Our second championship game is underway. The Cincy Swish in the baby blue taking on BC Finest in a driving layup to get things started for the Cincy Swish. Swanee Sports Academy in Swanee, Georgia. Glad that you're with us on Championship Sunday. Dollywall goes, and Dollywall tried to hit Rufus. It's a turnover for BC Finest. Swish now working on offense, moving left to right, just underway in a 2-0 ball game. Working it down low. Ace with the steal. Here comes Ace Coing. Ace with the easy layup left hand. 2-2 ball game. Ace Coing has been played very well on Friday in the exhibition matchup that this BC Finest team won, and now here they are in the championship game. Abby Weeks will bring it into the forecourt for the Cincy Swish, Cincinnati, Ohio. Weeks stops and holds, and they kick it around on the left side. A long three from the right wing, a really short, an air ball by Tristan Philpott. And it was out of bounds, and it will go to BC's Finest. So Ace Coney will come into the forecourt with a left-hand dribble, moving it to the right. Rufus gives her a screen. She goes around a Dollywall screen. Step back three. It is short. Rebound comes down to Cincy Swish. Now here they come quickly racing into the forecourt. Abby Weeks with the right-hand dribble. Weeks is going to go all the way down on the block. Spins. Nice dump off. Lost it. Out of bounds. Turnover underneath. And it will go back now to BC. BC Finest, British Columbia, Canada. All in the black. Now a steal by the Cincy Swish in the backcourt. Philpott works it. They go around the screen. Philpott now gets it back in his left corner. Gonna dump it down low, inside. They try to make the move, puts it on the floor. Rufus with good long defense there by British Columbia. Sierra Rufus in. Twin sister is Alicia Rufus, and they played well. There's a drive down the lane. Rufus comes in defensively with the block. Ace Koning with it. They trap her in the backcourt. Gets it up ahead to Dollywall. Savannah Dollywall into the forecourt. Dollywall gonna go all the way, driving down the lane, left-hand layup, good. Savannah Dollywall into the book for BC's Finest. It's 4-2, 13.5 to go. Weeks now into the forecourt, looking to set up the offense. Going to attack, gives it off on the free throw line. Turns around, and here's the offensive set. Weeks gonna go. Weeks driving shot, no foul. On the floor, maybe on Dollywall. And going to the free throw line will be Abby Weeks, 5'9", out of Mount Notre Dame High. First free throw is up and in. Good. Weeks free throw, good. She sticks them both, and we're in a tie ball game, 4-4. Dollywall inbounds it. Selena Pancratz in as well. Pancratz, Lyric Custodio, and now Ace Coing. And there's Lyric Custodio. Put some string music, a three ball. Lyric Custodio. She is a shooter, and that is her specialty, shooting that ball. And man, when she shoots it, she does pick her spots, doesn't force it, and shot the ball very well the other night on Friday. Cincy Swish now running their offense. Kick it over in the wing. Pump fake, that's Weeks. Puts it on the floor. Driving across the lane all the way is Philpott. Philpott back to Weeks, and now Weeks will bring it back. Being worked on by Ace Conan, who came out, reached for it, deflected it. It'll go out of bounds. So Conan came in with the deflection and played that steal. 12.5 to go. 7-4, and British Columbia with the lead. British Columbia in the black, and a 5-second violation on the inbound. Philpott did not get it in. 5-second violation. Ball will go over now to BC's Finest. Dollywall inbounds it, and here's Ace Koenig. We saw her just be in command of this BC team in the exhibition portion, and now here they are playing for a championship. Step back, Koenig, a three. It is short. Long rebound off. It'll be BC's Finest out of bounds off of the Cincy Swish. Now they changed the call and will give it to Cincy Swish. The refs got together and talked about it, and it happened right there in front of the Cincy Swish bench. They get the inbound, dropped it over her head all the way. Weeks with a layup, good. She scored. As Pancratz was playing good defense, but better offense that time. 7-6, 12:06 to go. Here's Koenig into the forecourt between the rings with the right-hand dribble, belt high. Now moves to the right wing. Gets a screen from Dollywall. She goes all the way, driving left-hand layup. No, and will go to the free throw line and shoot two. Ace Koenig, and Ace, as I mentioned, in command of their game, always poised, and the leader unquestionably for this BC Finest squad, and she's at the free throw line. Substitutions now before Koenig gets her free throws. 8-6. We played just over 4 minutes here in this first half. 2 16-minute halves on Championship Sunday. PeteStateBasketball.com. The PSB Tip-Off Classic. Free throw no good from Koenig. 8-6. She split them. Now Cincy Swish working it around. Kim Bloomer is in. Bloomer down low. Good trap, good double team, and Rufus is going to get the steal. And here's Koenig with it offensively. Koenig gets it up ahead to Dollywall. Dollywall now going to attack, go all the way. Foul line jumper, back iron, no good. Rebound by Abby Weeks. Weeks gets it up ahead. Now here come the Swish in transition. Passing, good ball movement. Long left wing three. Philpott good. Tristan Philpott, a three ball. Lakota East High School. Using the screen, Koenig tried to roll with Rufus, tipped out of bounds, and it will stay British Columbia basketball. 9-8, and the Cincy Swish and the BC Finest, they both have settled in the first 5 minutes. Substitutions now as Chase Bauer comes in for the Cincy Swish. Rufus turnaround jumper, it is no good. Swish hit the floor. They fight for it and scrap. And still fighting. Let's see, we got a jump ball. Yep, jump ball. Lyric Custodio was in there fighting, and then off of that bench was Chase Bauer already getting her neck into the game. I've talked about the uniforms before. I got to give Cincy Swish a little love. I like these baby blue unis that they have. Very much remind you of North Carolina, but just easy on the eyes and just nice basketball uniforms. Turnover now. Here's Abby Weeks. Weeks into the forecourt, right-hand dribble. Picked up by Pancratz. Pancratz defensively for BC's Finest, working on her. Swinging over this right side. Philpott bounces it down low, now they're going to ring around. Here's Bloomer. The action on the baseline. Skips it into the post, low, out of bounds, a turnover. She was trying to dump it down low inside the Kim Bloomer.
So glad to be back here on the microphone with you here on the SUVtv Championship Sunday. As we mentioned, great matchup here between BC's Finest. You see Ace Koenig here running the high ball screen offense. An elite international prospect. A whole host of schools in here watching her here today. Tara Vanderveer in Stanford was actually in here yesterday to watch her, but truly a gifted player.
Koenig's shot is no good. She has been a joy to watch. I mentioned you and I, we got to saw her during the exhibition portion of the Tip-Off Classic. Led that team. She's played with poise, sound decision making, and she just makes everyone else better on her team. Very, very impressed with her skill set.
Agreed, and she is a superb athlete. You know, you look at her frame, she really works hard, you know, in the weight room and so forth. I think one of the underrated parts, or maybe not underrated, but just not as talked about, in a nice left-hand floater drive there by number 34, Chase Bauer, is her on the defensive side. I was impressed with her working in a stance, denying in the passing lanes when we had a chance to watch her Friday evening in exhibition gameplay. You talk about elite, players, and oftentimes we talk about them on the offensive end exclusively. Really impressed with Ace and her willingness and her technique to play on the defensive end.
Ace will inbound it. Coing inbounds it over to Pankhurst. Pankhurst goes down low. Dollywall turns, shot up, no good with the left hand. Abby Weeks gets the rebound. Weeks is going to outlet it. Long, easy layup in transition. High, no, didn't get the fall. Got her own rebound, puts it right back up, and gets the two. Way to stay with it, Sabrina Barber. And a timeout call by BC's finest as the Cincy Swish pushed their lead out to 5, 13-8.
9:11 left here in this first half, and I think I just need to take an opportunity to talk about what a great matchup this is here at the Tipoff Classic. The Cincy Swish, and let's go ahead and take a layup before I finish that thought. Watch the replay, I should say. Jumper out of the corner. I believe that was Chase Bauer that hit that, if I'm not mistaken.
Philpott.
Excuse me, Tristan Philpott. Look at the coaches along the baseline. You see Coach Wes Moore from North Carolina State. You see new Georgia head coach Joni in here on the baseline. A whole host of other head coaches in here. LSU, Nikki Caldwell is in here. Assistant coach Terry Nooner from Alabama. You see Ace hit that three-pointer. A quality matchup here on Championship Sunday. The Cincy Swish, an outer region team coming in here, getting very good exposure here on the big stage.
The Rolodex of coaches will continue to go through it all day. See Vivian Stringer down there on that baseline. But yeah, good to see Joni Crenshaw, new Georgia coach. Brandon and I talked about it. Very happy for her. And big shoes to fill, but I think she'll be able to do it. And she's already picking the brain of Nikki Caldwell.
She has the pedigree. She has the experience. Very talented coach for sure. As you see Koenig miss on that running floater in the lane. Actually took in a practice. Me and Kyle Moore went up to Athens this past fall. And of course, Joni was an assistant coach there with Coach Landers this past year. And spoke to her about recruiting and just the state of the program overall. And was just very impressed with just how sharp she was and how on top of the game she is.
And like I say, picking the brain of Nikki Caldwell already, and Tara Vanderbilt down there. Everybody's represented, and we'll be mentioning that throughout the day. The Rolodex who's who, and they're here to see some good basketball and getting the international variety here with the Canadian girls from BC's finest. Abby Weeks working for the Cincy Swish. Get it over to Barber. Barber back out. There's Weeks, a long right wing three. Off, no good. Rebound, Barber. Fell in the lap. She put it back in. Offensive rebound and second chance points.
Good job there by Barber, staying with the play. And gets the offensive putback.
Rufus shot is no good. She caught it in turn. Weeks gets the rebound and a foul call. And the Cincy Swish, they got them a nice little contingent over here to our left. And they want to go back up 75 if they chose to drive. They may flow with a championship. 7:36 to go with a 4-point lead, 15-11.
We are in the Peach State, Joel, but we've got two out-of-region teams. We got a team from north of the border, and we've got a Midwestern team here. This really just goes to show how much this event has grown over the years.
You want to say north of the border. How about all the way west and north of the border? Take it now, pull it back out. It's Koenig. Koenig now going to stop and pull the right wing three. Front iron, no good. Rebound ripped down in there. Good rebound coming in by Blomer. Swish back this way, jump stop, and going to shoot it. It is good. Good shot right there. Olivia Griffith, 5'5" out of Marymount High School.
Impressed with this Cincy Swish team. Really play well together. Very good cohesion. Everybody seems to know their role.
Koenig used the screen now with a hesitation. Dribble goes back, jumper, short. A lot of stuff short right now today for Ace Koenig. Dump it down, Rufus up, no. They fight for it. Rufus comes away with it again. Now the ball is on the floor. They dive and go for it. picking it up. Here comes Cincy Swish in transition. That's Barber. Barber holds it now, kicks it back out. There's Blomer. Blomer over. There's a long three right wing. It is short, no good by Griffith. Rebound comes down to Selena Palmer. Palmer, Custodio, Cohen, Rufals, and Dollywall, the 5 on the floor for BC's finest. Screen high. Stop it. A 3. In and out, no good. Ace getting their shots up, not getting anything to fall right now. And here come the Cincy Swish back this way. Blomer has it, kicks it back out to the top. Griffith gonna pull a 3. It is no good. Rufal skies for the rebound, puts it on the floor. Steal, taken away, shot no good. Offensive rebound, put back, no, they tip, fight for it, and Ace Koning is gonna get it. Up ahead now to Lyric Custodio. Here comes Dollywall. Dollywall on the break. Dollywall to the hoop. Good move. Layup on a floater.
Good job of changing directions there by Dollywall to set up that left-handed lay-in. But coming back here to Koenig, you mentioned many of her jumpers, following up short. The last one kind of spins in and out. I'd like to see her in this situation when you're out of rhythm, get something going towards the bucket, get something easy, maybe even draw a foul, get to the free throw line where you can gain some confidence. But nonetheless, 17-13 here. The Cincy Swish going to take a timeout. Coach there understands the momentum shifting away from him. Going to try to regroup first.
5:34 to go. 17-13. Cincy Swish with the lead. Griffith breaks the press and now stops at the foul line. Kick it, now they feed it down low. Nice move, double team comes, she kicks it back out. One more extra pass, too late. Griffith, a topside 3, good. Olivia Griffith can shoot it. She's confident in her shot. She's been shooting it and then strokes in that triple. They go up 7 now with 5:06 to go.
I was about to say that was a pretty good defensive possession there by BC's finest, but it was better offense, making the extra pass, finding the shooter, and knocking it down.
Dollywall fouled on her shot attempt. She'll be going to the free throw line. Savannah Dollywall, 6'1", Panorama Ridge High.
Now you'll notice what BC's finest is doing on the offensive end. They're running the horn set, letting Ace, use the ball screen at the top, bringing your post players out high, and letting her read and make the appropriate play. And what I like with that particular action was she came off left and they got a pick and pop, but then Dollywall timed up the cut very well, posted up on the block, and was able to post, draw the foul, and get to the free throw line.
Shelvine Gerwall in for BC's finest, her first action. Also is Emily Pearson, her first action. Free throw good, 20-14, split those free throws. Now into the forecourt, here comes Cincy Swish attacking. Down the right side, and a foul called on Dollywall. Dollywall thought there was a travel. She got called for the foul, looking around, did not agree with that call.
I thought so too. I thought she took an extra step, but nonetheless, we've got college officiating right here being evaluated, so hard to question it.
Going to the free throw line now will be Cincy Swish.
I think that's Jamie Grubb, actually number 24 in our book. 6'1", 2016, out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Been impressed with her play here today. Been very active, running the court very well. See her get to the free throw line and knock down that shot.
Yep, it is Grove, listed as 24, but she's wearing jersey 14, so got that straight. And she was one of the players that I had been wanting to see, and that's why I couldn't find her. Couldn't find a number. Shot is up, floater is in and good. It's 21-16, 4:20 to go. First half now. Up ahead, here's Bauer. Bauer's going to attack down the baseline and get it in, and Grove kicks it back over. Griffith, she pulls that 3. Air ball, no good. Rebound is ripped up by Emily Pearson out of bounds, and it will stay with BC Finest. BC Finest in the black, and that's British Columbia taking on the Cincy Swish, and they are all in the Carolina Baby Blues.
The last offensive possession, you notice what Koenig did. She took it down, foul line extended, and they're going to do the same thing right here. Now using the side ball screen, and just her decision making, as you can see, is superb.
Pearson missed it and got her own rebound. Now gives it to Ace, and there's a jump ball, and the possession now will give it to Cincy.
The previous possession, Ace was able to get downhill, hit the tough left-handed floater in the lane. Cincy Swish did a better job of hedging the ball screen that time, ended up forcing the turnover.
Chris Gramke, the head coach of the Cincy Swish bunch, and a traveling violation right there on the Swish will give it back to BC's finest.
You know, in this game, a lot of times, it's how well you play on the defensive end. And everybody loves to talk about how hard you play, how much intensity. And certainly that's a big part of it, but there's a technique element of it too. And I think for the Cincy Swish, how they defend these ball screens are going to be very important to how successful they are in this particular game. And that particular, in this particular ball screen situation, they didn't hard hedge right there. Ace was able to use the hesitation move once again. She gets into the lane, draws a foul.
And we'll go to the free throw line, and you mentioned that, and BC's finest will run a lot of ball screens. It's what they do, and like you say, you talked about the decision-making of Ace Koenig. That's what makes it so well. She seems to make each decision depending on her set, depending what the defense wants to do, and put them in a position to score the basketball.
Very good point. I love coaches that put the ball in the hands of their best players and let them make plays. I think that's a big part of coaching. You know, don't try to overcoach, sometimes. Just get it to your best player, let them make the decisions.
21-18, so they've closed the gap to 3 now. Abby Weeks with the tricky dribble. They swing it around the horn. There's Philpott. Philpott with the right-hand dribble, kicks it back out high. Grubb gives the screen. Shot was there, wouldn't take it. Bauer back, now pump fake and a foul. Nope, travel. And she's called for her second travel in about 2 or 3 possessions. Celia Palmer was closing out on her, forced her to be indecisive.
You mentioned the closing out fact, or the point about BC's finest. That is one of the strengths of their defense. You'll notice every single time there's a shooter, they got a hand high and making that Cincy Swish shooter make a decision whether or not they're going to take a contested jumper or try to put it on the floor. The past 2 times, Cincy Swish has actually traveled as a result of those strong closeouts.
Ace Koenig was fouled. She'll be inbounding the basketball right here in front of us. Ace inbounds it to Dollywall. Dollywall back to Ace. Ace goes around that screen from Pearson. Stops, pulls a 3. Good. Ace Koenig, a 3-ball off of that screen. She'd been struggling earlier, but now kind of has it going and now gets that deflection.
And again, it's like what I talked about. Sometimes it takes an easy bucket to get your confidence rolling. Great sideline out of bounds set right there. You get the throw in, the handoff, and then the immediate ball screen. I've got something like that posted on CoachHemmy.com. Coach's source for X's and O's.
21-21 with 2:28 to go. Coach's source, this is the basketball heaven. That's what it is. The jumper is no good. CoachHemmy.com is what I'm speaking of. Ace got the rebound, got it deflected back from behind. They go reaching for it. Ace with great defense, tried to throw it off of her, gets the turnover. Ace with the steal. Here comes Koenig. Koenig all the way, left hand off the glass. Good. Oh, Ace Koenig, just beautiful basketball and wonderful hustle.
The left-handed finish versus contact. You see why she's an elite international prospect.
Philpott right back with a 3-ball, though, for Cincy. 24-23. I would be remiss if I didn't let you know that BC came back and took the lead, although briefly. And a lot of it has to do with the young lady with the basketball now, Ace Koenig. Left-hand dribble moving to the left. Sends Palmer out, now kicks it back out top to Palmer. Running the offense, Koenig on the back screen. Koenig comes through, stop, right wing 3, short. Rebound is going to come down to Abby Weeks of the Swish. Weeks gonna go all the way, left hand over to Philpott. Philpott stops and pulls a 3 off the glass. It's Sunday, banking hours for Miss Philpott.
Some very critical shots here for the Cincy Swish. That's the reason why you see them with a 4-point lead. They're getting contributions from everywhere, but Philpott with some big buckets here as of late.
27-23. Dollywall with the layup, good. I think both now. BC Finest has settled in. Under a minute to go, 27-25.
I love the horn set right there. The backside flash, they're killing them with it.
Kick it in the corner. Yeah, you got to close out on Philpott. She will pull it out as Ace Koenig did. Philpott works it around to get it on the top side now. Now back over to Bauer. Bauer goes down low to Grove. There's going to be a turnover. No foul down there. Foul going to be called on Savannah Dollywall. 39 and 3/10 seconds, 27-25.
You can see the BC's finest coach talking about, hey, you got to get around right there. When you get caught behind in the post, you can't try to make a play. Even if you get all ball, just the referee seeing you reach across that line of verticality, so to speak, will earn you a foul more times than not.
Shot is no good. Now Cohen is going to get it. Her and Palmer pass it back and forth between each other, and Cohen now into the forecourt. Cohen dumps it off. Dollywall down low. She had it stolen, taken away. Here comes the Swish. Swish running in transition. Here's Abby Weeks. Weeks all the way. Layup off the glass. No. Dollywall tip fight and a foul on Dollywall, I think. Dollywall has been very active, and they hit her with another foul, and now her fouls may be adding up. Of course, you get 6. And I think here over the last minute and a half without the Rufos girls in, and now as I say that, Sierra Rufos walks to the scorer's table. Philpott off of the screen, a 3, back on, hill of the rim, no good. Rebound, put back up. It'll be short there by Barber. Underneath, they kick it back out. They're going to leave Philpott open. She doesn't take it. There goes Barber. Barber, jumper, top side, no. Tip, fight for the rebound. Here comes a third opportunity, but that is the end of the first half. 27-25, the Cincy Swish leading BC's finest right here. PSB Tip-Off Classic Championship Sunday on SUVtv. Second half action about to begin between the Cincy Swish and the BC's finest. Joel Hillsman, Jonathan Hemingway, and all of the PSB staff on hand. 16 minutes, and this one should be pretty good. BC finest trail by as many as 8, came back to take the lead briefly. They trail by 2. They're in black. They're moving left to right, and we're glad that you're with us from the Swanee Sports Academy in Swanee, Georgia. Ace Koenig now will have it with the left-hand dribble, looking at that defense. Rufos is in with her. There's a long 3. Cohen good. Dropped it, tickling the twine from beyond the line. 28-27. They have taken the lead again briefly by 1. Ace Hartman now with it. Hartman over to Griffin. Griffin holds it between the rings. Griffin back with the left-hand dribble. Coach Chris Gramke across the way, wanting him to go ahead and run the set. Goes all the way down, gives it to Weeks. Weeks holding in the left corner. Not good spacing at the moment. Weeks stops, jumper, foul. She'll get 3. And that foul will come up on BC finest, and that'll be on Sayla Pankratz.
We mentioned the strong closeouts by BC's finest defense, and that's an example right there where you can be just a little too aggressive with the closeout. She didn't give her the opportunity to come down in her space, and as a result, she'll get 3 foul shots.
Weeks hits the first, so it's tied at 28. Second free throw is good. So they retake the lead now, 29-28. I might as well keep up with lead changes here in this second half because it is going to be something fun to watch. 30-28, 15:07 to go, and Ace Koning will come into the forecourt.
Don't wear yourself out. You might run out of room on that paper.
Here comes Koning now. Koning holds it. They dump it down low. Rufus, easy left-hand layup off the glass.
And again, the horn set, but they switch it up this time. They get the pick and roll and then pop out the weak side, and then they were able to get the high-low pass. Great adjustment coming out of halftime there by BC's finest.
Dump it in the corner. There's Griffith. A 3. Good. She is really feeling good. Olivia Griffith, 5'5" Marymount. She hits her second triple of the day.
For Cincy's finest, it's been all about the three-point shot. You want to know why they're up right now by 3? It's because they're hitting the threes.
Pearson, a 3, top side, good for BC. And the BC crowd has walked in as well, 33-33. Might want to hold on, Jimmy.
We've got threes draining from everywhere here in this second half.
Abby Weeks attacking off the dribble. Weeks gives it off to Hartman. Hartman on the floor, going down the lane, scooping off the glass, no good. Rebound comes down to Grove. Grove over in the corner. Philpott holding a 3. Now Philpott running back, looking. She's really thinking about it and wants to pull it. Swing it to the left. Here's Weeks. Weeks hold out high. Hartman on the right wing, trying to go into Grove, but Rufus doing a good job of denying, so now Grove goes away. So Weeks pulls a bomb. No good. Rebound hits the floor. Rufus picks it up. They dive for it. Lyric Custodian got it. Now we've got a foul, and let's see. Foul will be on Philpott. And the intensity and the emotion picking up here, I'm liking it. Philpott and Custodian Custodian was under Philpott and didn't agree with the foul, but it was a foul, loose ball foul. So Pearson will inbound it to Coing, 13:34 to go. Coing into the forecourt. Cincy's finest in the baby blue and Cincy's Swish in the baby blue. There's a long 3, short this time by Koning. She's been short, but she did get warm earlier. Down on the floor, Griffith just scrapping and fighting for it, and it will be BC Finest basketball.
Great action. Great action going both ways here, Joel. These girls are really scrapping at it, playing some very good basketball.
BC Finest in the black, Cincy Swish in the baby blue. Maybe I can get that out of my mouth now. All right, Griffin back with the steal. Griffin goes, lost it, and it's being picked up by Pankratz. Pankratz now dribbling into the forecourt, gets to the hub, the Lyric Custodio. Custodio down that left wing. You must guard her. She's dangerous on that left side. Coing saves the pass. It's tipped out of bounds, and it will stay down on this end, BC Finest basketball. We've played just over 3 minutes here in this second half, and we're in a tie ball game, 33-all.
Action-packed, maybe only 3 minutes, but it seems like 15 minutes of game action thus far. Notice the sideline out of bounds here, the handoff right into the ball screen.
Coing a 3, it is short, no good. Rebound comes down to Philpott. Philpott will walk it into the forecourt with the right hand dribble, belt high. Moves to the right, and they get ready to set up the offense. She's worked on by Coing. Philpott holding, they dump it down low to Hartman. Hartman up, count it, and the foul. Ace Hartman, and 1.
Good action there in the half-court set by Cincy Swish. Got the down screen and then the back screen on the interior that opened up Hartman on the block to get her an opportunity to finish this three-point play.
Hartman going to the free throw line, goes through her routine. No good on the free throw, tipped by Weeks. She tried to save it out of bounds. It'll be BC Finest basketball. 35-33 with 12:28 to go. Ace Koning will walk it down into the forecourt with the left-hand dribble. She's going to get that action now from Rufus, who was going to screen, but Dollywall will give her the screen now. And roll. Dollywall with it on the floor, in the lane, up. Rattled in and out. Rebound skied for by Rufus. She got fouled and will go to the line.
I like the variation in offense here by BC's Finest. Not getting in love with any one particular set. They go back to the side ball screen action. Cincy Swish defends it pretty well. They hit the roller. But oftentimes, as we see in the game of basketball, it's not the first action that kills you. It's the second action or the second shot oftentimes.
Rufus' free throw is no good. She'll get another attempt. Substitutions made. Griffith and Hartman go out. Barber is in now for Cincy Swish. Rufus' second free throw is good. She split them, a 1-point game. The Swish leading 35-34. Inbound now, here they go to Bauer. Chase Bauer gonna go all the way. Left hand layup off the glass, no good. Pankratz gets the rebound, gives it to Rufus. Ace comes back from the guard spot to pick her up. They didn't give her that point on the free throw, did they? They tell you, there we go, 35-34. Here's Cohen. Cohen worked on by Bauer, excuse me. Now Ace. Tipped by Barber, who calls the turnover. Bauer comes away with it now. Left hand dribble into the forecourt. Bauer gonna go all the way, stop, now kick it back out. Philpott with it. Philpott over to Barber. Barber holding and looking, trying to go. Now popping out is Weeks. Weeks puts it on the floor to the right. Stop. Back to Blomer. Blomer will bring it back out. They're running their action and being patient now. And BC's Finest extending their defense just a little bit. Pankratz working on Weeks. Now here's Blomer out high, pivoting with the ball, but nothing moving. Now Barber, nothing to the basket now, trying to get Weeks open. Now she drives down the lane and got fouled and goes to the free throw line. Foul on Sierra Rufus.
Good offensive possession right there by the Cincy Swish, being very patient, being very deliberate, running their stuff, getting multiple screens, and then at the right particular time, find the opening to attack the basket. A little bit different offensive philosophy here from the Swish as opposed to what we see with the Finest. They're moving the ball a lot, setting multiple screens, sharing the ball, letting everybody touch it until they find the weakness in the defense, whereas BC's Finest, they're looking to hit you with that ball screen, the quick hitters. There's no one right way to play the game of basketball. It's what fits your personnel the best.
Weeks makes both free throws. The Swish have a 3-point lead, 37-34. Ace Koenig into the forecourt right-hand dribble. She has not gotten a breather today. Koenig, screen back. Its pass is tipped and stolen by Chase Bauer. Bauer with the steal, gives it over to Philpott. Philpott into the forecourt right-hand dribble. Want to walk into a three, it's not there. Here's Weeks. Weeks on the right side. She comes out high. Kicks it. There's Barber holding between the rings. Barber going to attack to the left of the lane. Now here comes Weeks. Weeks down the lane. Scooping layup. No. Good defense by Rufus. She recovers. Gives it to Ace Koenig. And Ace now into the forecourt. Pushing it for BC's Finest. Stop. A long three. Lyric Custodio. String music from Lyric Custodio. A three ball. Her second of the game.
Great job by Koenig finding the shooter in transition, keeping her head up, showing that she can deliver the ball as well.
Doing multiple things. She's gone cold a little bit, but still keeping the team in it with her playmaking abilities. Even game at 37-all. Cohen right now defending Philpott extremely tight. Philpott running that weave action. Now here comes Barber. Barber in the lane, stops, turns. Blomer, Kim Blomer, jumper. It's up, no good. Rebound comes down a little custodian. Rebounding out of the guard spot. Now here's Ace. Ace into the forecourt. Worked on by Chase Bauer, who's got the assignment. Here comes a screen from Dollywall. She doesn't use it. Goes down the baseline. Cohen floating off the glass. Good. Oh, they call offensive foul? No, and one. Cohen gets the and one.
Oh.
Nope, they called offensive.
They called offensive, but did they count the bucket?
They did not. I thought they did. They wanted to on the scoreboard, but then they waved it off. That was a nice move there.
It was, and I don't know if they've got that NBA rule, you know, with the circle. But if this would have been the NBA or college.
The restricted area. Another three ball. Olivia Griffith, her third of the day, pushing them out to a 3-point lead. You know, note that in this game, how that hoop didn't count and Griffith came back.
Could be an important one.
Could be. Here comes Ace down the lane, floated off the window, no good. Rebound hits the floor. They fight for it. Dollywall lost it. Now Rufus picks it up, goes off the window and scores.
Important second chance bucket right there. As you mentioned, with the and one being taken off the basket, or taken off the board. Action getting going here now.
Sabrina Barber floating down the lane. It's a 3-point game. 8.5, less than that now. In a very well contested contest between two good teams and two good coaching staff. Going around the screen, there's Lyric. And give it back. Rufal swings it in the quarter. Pancratz, a three. Back iron, no good. Long rebound. Hartman chases it down. Ace Hartman gets it. Hartman going all the way. Ace on ace, she scores.
Great job by Hartman. Coming up with that ball, finishing in transition. It's a loud gym here at Court 4 here at Swanee Sports Academy.
I love it. The Cincy Swish people are to the left. The BC people are to the right. And the coaches are under the basket. They've got to enjoy it. Rufal set that screen. It'll be a foul, though. Foul on Chase Bauer. Chase Bauer, 5'9", Mountain Notre Dame high. Sideline out of bounds. Here you go. Ace Cohen. 7:49 to go. 44-39. Dollywall with it to Ace. Ace now trying to use a Rufal screen. Picked up by Philpott. There's Dollywall going baseline. Dollywall to the hoop. Shot up. No foul. And Hartman says she had her hands to the sky, but there was a foul. What you were talking about the NBA, the restricted area, is basically what you were saying. Yes. on that Cohen play.
Yes, the restricted area. We don't have that at the prep level.
Shot no good by Dollywall. I still think it's good to learn, though.
I think so. I mean, otherwise you can have defenders coming up underneath the bucket and just, kind of stepping in, as an offensive player. The whole, spirit of the rule type of thing.
Exactly. 44-40. And I also think it helps the referees to really know, okay, you're inside the restricted area. That's just too close to the basket. Look at that dunk. Shot up, no good. Rebound by Rufal.
Well, I really think it frees up the play as well,
yes.
too. And it's a thing that protects offensive players, which I'm an offensive guy. I like to see points on the board.
Pass. Hartman saves it. Now Griffith and Custodio battling for the jump ball right here on the floor. 7:11 to go, 44-40. The Cincy Swish leading. BC's finest, Joel Hilsman, Jonathan Hemingway, glad that you're with the Swanee Sports Academy. PSB Tip-Off Classic Championship Sunday, Peach State basketball right here on SUVtv. And now the refs are going to get together and talk. Coach Cohen is up off the bench now, and he is into it. Coach Gramke has been into it, but now Coach Cohen, who did a fine job, peeked in on some of his huddles in the exhibition on Friday, and now he's really intensely into it now here on Championship Sunday. Sabrina Barber working with it, picked up a dribble, gives it over to Philpott. Got to get across the timeline. Philpott just does. Picked up by Ace. Now gives it in the corner. Now that's Ace Hartman. Hartman holds. She's worked on by Selena Palmer. Like this matchup, Palmer coming in and playing well, moving her feet defensively. Hartman driving. Shot up good. Ace Hartman bringing the game and using the pain. Good defense there from Palmer.
Boy, she has been big in this second half. That bucket there, the transition one, and then the previous one out of the half-court set.
A long three, short, no good by Ace. She's beginning to struggle now. Here comes Barber. Barber with the pass up to Philpott. Count it! And the foul, Tristan Philpott. The layup in transition.
Really impressed with the Cincy Swish. Not sure that they have one particular star that you can talk about, but they all play so well together. And impressively, now we've talked about the three-point shots, but it's really them getting out in transition that has been the key. That's been the consistent buckets that they've gotten time and time again, not only in the second half, but also in the first.
Take a look at our replay.
Instant replay here, three-point jumper. Is that our girl once again?
Philpott.
Yeah, Tristan Philpott, number 21. Boy, she's been shooting it very well. Talk about confident shooters. She's as good as we've seen at the Tip-Off Classic.
5'7" out of Lakota East High School, Tristan Philpott, but also shooting it well, 5'5" out of Marymount High is Olivia Griffith.
Another instant replay here. That was Hartman with the drive down the lane. And like we've mentioned before, Hartman's been very good in the lane, finishing around contact in traffic.
Ace Hartman has played very well, came on here in this second half. Quiet first half. Lead out to 8 now, 6:25 to go, 48-40. And going to the free throw line is Tristan Philpott to try to complete the three-point play. Free throw, no. Rebound, Grove, up and in. Offensive rebound and put back. It's a 10-point lead.
Those are the things that kill you if you're BC's finest. But if you're the Cincy Swish, that's how you win a championship. Second chance opportunities.
Dollywall feeds the post to Rufalks. Rufalks goes up off the window and scores. 50-42. There's plenty of time to go. That lead now is at 8. It had jumped out to 10 on an offensive rebound and putback. Griffith crossover. Passes it to Grove. Taken away. Palmer takes it away for BC's finest. They double her up, and there's a jump ball. Olivia Griffiths put Lyric Custodio on her backside. Custodio thought she was fouled. Thought that there should have been an offensive foul at least. Dollywall inbounds it, and here comes Ace Cohen. Cohen will walk it into the forecourt, 5:45 to go. Using the screen from Pearson, Cohen, step back, a three, short, no good. The rebound hits the floor. Here comes Griffith. I think fatigue may be setting in a little bit with Ace Cohen now, Hemi.
Could be. I think she's fading on her jumpers just a little bit. Got to get that momentum. Go into the bucket just a little bit. Land 6 inches closer. That's what you always tell your shooters. But once again, it's the long rebounds off the jump shots that are starting the Cincy Swish's fast breaks.
Weeks at the free throw line, got her own rebound, but got fouled on a miss. She stands, goes through a routine, and swishes the first free throw. Palmer goes out, and Pankratz comes in now for BC's finest. Second free throw, good. Splashed them both. Lead goes back up to 10 now.
Cincy Swish, they put 5 kids out onto the court each time that are all skilled. They all play hard. They can all shoot. They can all defend. They're a tough team.
Very well, a very well-balanced team. Lyric Custodio looking to go baseline. Griffith defending her well. She swings it all the way across. Pankratz a three. Front iron, no good. Grove with the rebound for the Swish. And now here comes Hartman. Hartman gets it up ahead to Weeks. Weeks is running. Weeks all the way. Layup. No. Offensive foul. Good job by Ace Koenig to take the charge.
You got to love to see that when your stars are willing to take charges, get on the floor. Ace Koenig is A1.
Ace Koenig will walk it into the forecourt. Joel Hilsman, Jonathan Hemingway. It's a 10-point game using the screen from Pearson. Now dribbles, gives it to Dollywall. Dollywall holding at the foul line. Dollywall attacking left of the basket. Layup good.
She's tough, man. She's perfect in that high post area. Does a great job of getting her body around defenders to be able to finish with either hand.
Savannah Dollywall. Here's Weeks. Weeks now back to Grove. Grove holds it. Puts it on the floor with the right hand. Got a screen. Now to Hartman. Hartman, Ace going baseline. She swings it over in this corner. It's Griffith. Griffith back. Philpott. Good close out there. Ace made her think about it. Philpott wanted it, but now she retreats. Now picks up her dribble. Needs someone to come get it. Here comes Weeks. Weeks picked up by Dollywall. She takes her on the switch, and a timeout called by Cincy Swish. Didn't like where the offense was going. 52-44, 8-point game, 4:07 remaining.
Okay, this is a critical time in the game, obviously, for BC's finest. You're down 8, 4 points. I'd like to see some sort of change here, especially defense. You don't have to do it for an extended period of time, but maybe a possession or two. Maybe you get a trap, maybe a zone trap, something like that to where you can get a quick stop, and then you've got to get a bucket over on the other end. You know, maybe it's a fast break, layup. You know, hopefully if you get a trap and a steal, and you can turn the momentum in that way. But this next minute, this next 60 seconds are really going to determine how the game finishes up in the final minutes. If you're the Cincy Swish, what you're talking about right now is ball security. You want to be sure with the ball. You want to make sure that you get a good shot. Definitely don't want to turn it over and give them an easy fast break layup, though.
Philpott on the inbound, gets it in to Hartman. They tipped it away. Hartman picks it back up, gives it to Tristan Philpott. Philpott directing traffic on the left wing. Koenig moving her feet defensively well, not letting her attack. Picks up the dribble now. Gives it off and hands it to Weeks. Weeks going to go down the lane, being guarded by Dollywall. Float up, no. Offensive foul. BC's finest. They're playing knit and grit right now. Emily Pearson takes that charge.
And again, another charge right here. These are game-changing plays, you know, because both of those shots right there could have been points for the Cincy Swish. Big substitution coming in right here with
Rufus coming in. Sierra Rufus
yeah,
is
that's
in.
Sierra Rufus coming in. She scored some buckets in the paint. Let's see what offensive set they go with here.
3:45, a big possession. You mentioned that horn. There's that screen. Rolled up out of it. Gets it down to Dollywall in the paint. Dollywall sweeping across the lane. No good. They tip. Rebounders on the floor. Picked up by Pankratz. Pankratz gets it over to Ace Koning. Koning back to Pankratz. She walked. Didn't get a call. Swings it across. Dangerous pass. Dollywall right at the block. Dollywall backing in. Shot up. No. Rebound ripped out of there. That's Abby Weeks. Weeks with it. Weeks into the forecourt now for Cincy Swish. Weeks gonna go all the way to the hoop. Layup good. Abby Weeks, a big time move to push the lead back out to 10.
That is a big time move. She's been very big here in the final minutes of this game. Very good getting downhill and being able to finish. Been very impressed with Weeks.
So Cohen just steps into a three. Good. Just walked right up into it and shot the three. 2:56 to go. Philpott worked on by Cohen into the forecourt now. Right hand dribble now coming with the left. Going down the left wing. Ace is really in her mug, not giving Philpott any room. She's been hit dangerous and hit jumpers today. Weeks holding it, worked on by Dollywall. Weeks down the right, floats it down to Hartman. Hartman reverse, no. Rufus let the rebound hit the floor. They dive and fight for it, out of bounds, and it'll stay Cincy Swish ball.
What better way to finish a tournament than with a championship game like this? These young ladies are fighting, they're scrapping, taking charges, getting on the floor for loose balls. This is what you love to see, Joel.
Yes, sir. 2:31 to go. Philpott has the inbound. It is tipped by Custodio, but Chase Bauer is able to get it. Bauer swings it over to Barber. Barber puts it on the floor, dumps it down low. Got it blocked from behind. Ace Cohen with hustle. She's got it. Here comes BC Finest in transition. They get a hoop here. They're in serious business. Ace on the left side to Dollywall. Dollywall now on the left wing. Dollywall now back to Ace. She steps back. A three. It's short. Hit the floor. Rebound. Custodio float up. No. Back on. Rebound. Dollywall up. No. She'll get two.
Okay now. Loose balls, offensive rebounds, second chance points. This is what BC's Finest is doing. It looked like they might have been dead in the water after the Cincy Swish bucket over here, but then Koenig comes right back with the big three-pointer, then the big block shot on the defensive end. Dollywall's got to make these free throws.
Missed the free throw. They got two big charges to help them out, and then Cohen with the block, the hustle play, unable to get the free throw to go. 7-point game, 2:06. BC Finest in the black, Cincy Swish in the baby blue. Joel Hillsman, Jonathan Hemingway, glad that you're with us. SUVtv Championship Sunday of the PSB Tipoff Classic. Swanee Sports Academy in Swanee, Georgia.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yeah, turnover.
Just a careless mistake at the very worst time that you could have it.
54-48, 2:04. BC Finest will inbound it. Cohen looking, she had to get it in. It goes out to Pankratz. Pankratz over to Lyric Custodian. Custodian wants to go to Dollywall. She pulls a three. No good. Think she forced that one. Griffith with the rebound. Griffith into the forecourt. Right-hand dribble belt high. Gives it over to Philpott. Philpott between the rings being worked on with 1:48. Here's Blomer. Blomer holding and pivoting it out high between the rings. Looking and goes over to Philpott. Philpott to the right wing. Worked on by Cohen. Cohen has really gotten the mug, and then there's a foul reaching in with 96 seconds to go.
Under 2 minutes, second foul equals 1-1. It's the old NBA rule right here, so that's the first. The next one on BC's Finest will send Cincy Swish to the free throw line.
Philpott looking for the inbound. Philpott looks. She gets it into Griffith. Griffith swings and turns and pivots. Goes now to Weeks. Weeks is holding, being worked on by Dollywall. She's got a count on her, so she's going to go on a foul on Dollywall. So there's your second foul. She'll go to the free throw line with 87 seconds, 1:27 to go, 54-48. Abby Weeks at the free throw line. Weeks free throw, it's good.
Weeks has been huge in these final minutes with the drive, with the loose balls, the rebounds, now the free throws.
Weeks will get one more. Free throw is up, it's good.
Great looking free throw stroke right there, and those are big ones here with under a minute and a half to play.
Yep, 56-48. Ace walks it into the forecourt. She's played the entire game. Use that horn action that they got. Ace step back, a three. She will not quit shooting them. She cuts it to 5, just like that. 73 seconds, 56-51, and a foul on Lyric Custodio.
Get the foul. Not sure that you want to foul number
on the
23, Olivia Griffith. Boy, she's been shooting the lights out from three-point range. Can she do the same here from the free throw line? But again, big-time players make big-time shots and big-time games. That's what Ace Koenig is doing right now.
First free throw is good, 56, 57, 51. She'll get one more. And Ace has not been rattled the entire game. She shot the ball a lot have been short. She hadn't got the rolls, but she's still shooting him. A timeout call, 58-51, 73 seconds to go to Swish with the lead. And here's Koenig right here on our ProspectNation.com instant replay. Just walk right into that three ball right there, a long three. Splash.
That's tough, man. And what do you do if you're a defender? You get into her, or then you're going to get driven right past. But give Cincy Swish a lot of credit. They've come in here and they've won this game. This is not a situation where BC's Finest has played poorly and they've just given it to them. No, they've earned every bit of it. But we've still got time left on the clock, 7 points, and when you got a player like Ace Koenig on the floor, she can put those three balls up in a hurry. So it's going to be interesting to see how this game turns out.
I wrote it down in the book, 6:25. It was 48-40 after the and one. The free throw was no good. And Jamie Grove with the offensive rebound and putback put them up 10. That's kind of where they've tried to keep it since then. 65 seconds left. Here's Koenig. Koenig with the screen, step back. Good defensive adjustment by Philpott. She came all the way out on her. Here's Koenig, right hand dribble behind the back. Under a minute now. Koenig gets another screen from Dollywall. Stop, shoot, fading back, no good. Dollywall hitting the glass. Dollywall up, no. Rebound, Rufus tip out of bounds. It'll stay with BC Finest.
Important baseline out of bounds look right here. They've been running the screener, but Ace has been throwing it in. Now they have her in the game.
And they give it to Ace. Yeah, here's Koenig. Stop. A three in the corner. It's short. Rebound. Dollywall. She tipped it out of bounds. It will go over to Cincy Swish. And a 7-point game with 43 seconds. Substitutions now. Bauer out. Griffith in. Home run pass. There it is. Abby Weeks is going to get it. Abby all the way. Layup. Good. Cincy Swish filling it now. Smell blood in the water, 60-51. Ace Koenig walks it into the forecourt, but I tell you what, BC Finest has really shown they can play. They came down here to Georgia in this live event, and they have played them some ball this weekend.
Without question. They've ran the table up until this point, 4 straight wins, but they ran into a Cincy Swish team that was ready to go here today. A well-balanced team, really no holes in it. We've talked about the three-pointers early that got them out to an early lead. Then it was the transition buckets. But down the stretch, I think you've got to give a lot of credit to their defense. Defending the ball screen better with Koenig. Much improved, doing a good job on the offensive glass, getting those second chance opportunities.
Sabrina Barber at the free throw line. She makes both of them. They push the lead on out there. The timeout call with 28 and 16 seconds. And the Cincy Swish crowd clapping and cheering, 62-51. They've shown here and have really, really been pulling for this bunch all day. Were helpful with me in some of the preparation. And they now will be leaving with the championship, or so it seems.
It's interesting to see how different players at different times stepped up for the Cincy Swish. We got a
Abby Weeks on that break.
Instant replay, and this is what I was talking about early on. It was, Tristan Philpott hitting threes. It was also Olivia Griffith hitting threes, but later then it was Ace Hartman hitting layups in the lane. But then down the stretch here, it's been Abby Weeks driving to the hole, making plays, getting to the free throw line. A very balanced effort by the Cincy Swish.
We taught at Tennessee Extreme in the previous game. They went 8 deep. Very good, cohesive bunch. can say the same about this Cincy Swish team. Palmer with it now. We are under 15 seconds. Palmer looks, gives it to Dollywall. Dollywall sweeps across the lane. Shot is up. No good. Out of bounds. Cincy Swish ball. And that may do it. 62-51. But you're right. This BC finest team, British Columbia's finest, they just ran into a buzzsaw today.
No doubt. And it goes to show you, too, you don't always need, the star player on the court to be able to win a championship. It goes to show you if you play good team basketball, you could end up in the winner's circle, and that's what Cincy Swish did here on Championship Sunday.
The Cincy Swish, head coached by Chris Gramke, come out with a 62-51 victory in the PSB Tipoff Classic Championship Sunday. More coming up next right here, Court 4 from the Swanee Sports Academy on SUVtv.